Solo RPGs are evolving into massive, reactive worlds full of consequence. Expect smarter AI, richer quests, and worlds that bend to your choices. Let's dive right into it.
The world ended long ago.
Darkcraft opens its world with ancient ruins, ritual forests, and forgotten dungeons marked by occult symbols. Magic behaves dangerously here. Quiet spells erupt into violent reactions, and creatures twisted by ritual roam the wilderness. The RPG focuses on choice, consequence, and the cost of wielding forbidden power.
Souls forget themselves. Nameless warriors die so that legends may live. Silence breaks, and he awakens.
Soon.
Return to Nangrim takes you deep into dwarven lands filled with snow-choked valleys, underground halls, and cities carved from stone. Lost clans, hidden relics, and long-abandoned passages shape the journey. The world blends grand fantasy architecture with survival-driven exploration.
Stood on the verge of oblivion. The shadows roamed the lands. The embers turned cold. And what was once a resplendently beautiful place fell victim to decay.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert stretches across deserts, snowy fields, fortified kingdoms, and harsh frontier towns. Massive beasts roam the wilds, factions struggle for survival, and personal stories unfold through cinematic events. The RPG pushes for grand adventure mixed with brutal, grounded combat.
We believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within, and let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one.
We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hell!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
In a continent known in the common tongue as Neokos. And this is
Solasta, too, expands its tactical fantasy world with larger regions, new factions, and dungeon networks hidden beneath vibrant landscapes. Decisions shape allegiances and exploration paths, while combat rewards clever positioning. The world grows through adventure, politics, and character progression.
truly ready for this? We know so little about their cost.
Light No Fire reaches across a seamless planet where jungles, frozen continents, and ancient ruins connect into a single, continuous world. Exploration is driven by discovery. Strange creatures, hidden biomes, and weather systems create stories without a script. The experience focuses on freedom and survival.
Fall to ash, consumed by the void.
Chrono Odyssey is moving into a world where time is ready to break apart. Forests are about to freeze in seconds, deserts are set to split open, and enemy factions are preparing to twist into new forms as timelines collide. Huge open areas are lining up with fast, shifting combat, creating a journey that moves between eras, chaos, and myth all at once.
Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds. You need only take my hand. Return to the past.
The Witcher 4 expands the continent with darker forests, war-torn borders, and cities rebuilding after past tragedies. Emotion, politics, and ancient monsters shape every region. Ciri's growing influence plays a major role in this chapter, pulling the story toward prophecy, consequence, and a new era for Witchers.
The devil's out there! Just running from! Shield us.
salt.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Vindictus Defying Fate blends violent battles with sweeping exploration across ruined temples, cursed plains, and giant monster territories. Characters draw strength from legendary artifacts, and encounters carry a cinematic, high-impact style. The world feels dangerous, dramatic, and steeped in saga-like storytelling. Fatekeeper stretches across enchanted woods, lost kingdoms, and shadow-ridden caverns where destiny itself feels fragile. Magical storms, divine creatures, and ancient prophecies guide the adventure. Choices ripple through the land, reshaping alliances and the balance between order and chaos.
How choosy you'll be when the void invites you in.
Spirits preserve me. Just get back in the knapsack.
Fine. But remember, we must reach the Moon Gate and find some clue as to how it may be opened.
Aye. I still pray we might find survivors. Someone who can tell us what truly happened here.
Let him go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place holds.
Youngling, do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil. Thus, you are a neophyte, whether you enjoy the title or not.
Alkahest moves through alchemical cities, corrupted wastelands, and deserts where glass towers reflect dying sunlight. Spells and potions react to the environment in unpredictable ways, creating a world defined by experimentation. Every region carries the mark of a civilization built on unstable magic.
Sometimes I wonder if it's not me that's possessed.
The Vernyhorn is heading toward a wild frontier shaped by sharp mountains, secret factions, and beasts waiting to hunt as the weather keeps changing. Settlements are set to grow or fall based on what you do, and old mysteries are preparing to surface from the ground. The world is moving toward a mix of survival, folklore, and tough natural beauty.
power reveals the man. In your case, we didn't have to wait long.
Who the fuck are you anyway?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Isn't it beautiful? Since I was a child, I used to sit here and listen to the howling wolves. Within the shelter of those ancient stones, they always made me feel safe. Sometimes I get the feeling that these beasts, though wild, have more loyalty in them than many humans. Let me tell you a story.
You just can't stay away. You lied to me. Why?
Another whiner? What, too loud for you?
I've seen wolves leave the meat untouched. Just lingered. They looked less guilty than you two. Funny, isn't it?
That's enough.
You see that chop on the water? Storm's coming from the land.
Never seen the winter hit this early.
It seemed innocent at first. There were faint sounds, small taps, nothing unsettling. Then small things began to disappear. You know, people thought it was the kids playing tricks. However, over time, the sound became unbearable. The wind blended with what seemed like the wail of a wounded soul. They thought it was just the wind howling through the cracks. But the truth was far worse.
Every slain demon is another unheard prayer. Hantry reavers scour the yet fertile land.
Ad Mortem walks a thin line between life, death, and the cursed lands that exist in between. Spirits linger in ruined villages, ancient guardians watch from hilltops, and the soil carries memories of battles long past. The RPG blends supernatural tension with emotional storytelling.
Not. The blood soaked into my steel remembers. I remember the enemy.
Hi everyone, long time no see. I'm Giru and I'm the project lead for Ad Mortem. Thank you for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter trailer and I hope you enjoyed it. Ad Mortem is a passion project, many years in the making, and we are incredibly excited to finally share it with you. We would love for you to go and check out our Kickstarter page, see what Ad Mortem is all about, and please consider backing the project to help bring it to life. Every bit of contribution, any support, whether big or small, means the world to us. There is a dev blog coming very soon as well, so please stay tuned for more updates as the campaign unfolds. I want to thank you for your continued support, and I want to thank you on behalf of the Ad Mortem team, and I want to invite you to join us on the journey ahead.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands.
Chronicles Medieval offers a fully reactive historical world where politics, war, and village life evolve over time. Fields change with seasons, rulers influence borders, and quests grow from everyday struggles rather than fantasy tropes. The open world aims for authenticity grounded in medieval reality.
I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Fable returns with lively towns, whimsical forests, and mischievous magic shaping every corner. Humor and heart remain central, but choices reshape character appearance, reputation, and the world around you. Myths and legends guide the journey as new heroes rise. Project Awakening explores a vast continent filled with towering beasts, ancient citadels, and wilderness areas untouched by civilization. Combat feels weighty and reactive, while exploration rewards curiosity with hidden dungeons and forgotten artifacts. The world leans into cinematic fantasy realism.
Forward, lest you overlook the traces. Keep your ear to the ground, lest you lose the trail. We are the shield that shall not break. We are the sword that shall not bend. O God of steel and fury, give us flesh to hunt from blood transcend.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the Night Sky tragedy?
ArcheAge Chronicles expands the franchise into a single-player open world filled with floating isles, vast plains, and seas dotted with forgotten islands. Magic, old kingdoms, and fractured histories shape the narrative. The RPG builds on exploration, crafting, and myth-driven storytelling.
Yeah. It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial,
welcome to the archipelago.
The Wayward Realms spans dozens of islands governed by warring kingdoms, magical orders, and ancient creatures. Regions shift politically as decisions unfold, and rumors lead to branching paths. Its scale and freedom echo classic RPG ambition with modern complexity.
We have come to the town of Melhelm at the behest of Lady Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend, a former rival to the baron who met his end at our own hands. We were sent to seek out Niles, an informant for the Order of Saint Latra. But it seems the door is locked. There must be another way in. Not the friendly sort. Maybe he just needs a little convincing. Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat. Stealth. Magic. or using our wits and knowledge. Of course, sometimes that might not be enough.
Have you ever wondered why the formation of the barrier went out of control?
Gothic 1 Remake rebuilds the colony with dense forests, dangerous mines, and faction camps that react sharply to your choices. Wildlife feels aggressive, NPCs remember your actions, and survival depends on your alliances. The remake aims to modernize a cult RPG without losing its raw edge.
Every convict will eventually succumb to its influence. The old camp, with their pitiful illusion of order and safety. And yes, the so-called Brotherhood of the Sleeper, worshipping their mysterious god. They might be onto something. And the orcs. Well, you might dismiss their culture as primitive, but it would be prudent to study them carefully. Maybe the key to all of this lies buried deep under their sanctuaries. I cannot unravel these mysteries all alone. I need allies. Allies who look out for more than their own survival. Allies who accomplish things you might have considered impossible. Allies I will meet soon enough.
Mir 5 presents a high fantasy world divided by powerful guilds, mystical beasts, and magical landscapes. From misty bamboo forests to volcanic territories, each region carries unique challenges. The RPG highlights fast combat, exploration, and progression tied to martial and magical mastery. Soulframe grows its world from gentle nature into ancient conflict. Forests hide ancient spirits, glowing temples pulse with mystery, and wildlife behaves with surprising awareness. Exploration balances peace with danger, creating an ethereal fantasy tone.
Blood, shed,
To where it would we go?
Resonance A Plague Tale Legacy carries the series into new lands ravaged by sickness, superstition, and the return of unnatural swarms. Small villages, ruined towns, and abandoned fields hide stories of loss and resilience. The narrative focuses on family bonds under crushing hardship. The Blood of Dawnwalker pushes players through forests steeped in curses, crumbling manors lit by moonlight, and ancient altars tied to forgotten bloodlines. Supernatural enemies stalk the night, while powerful relics change how you shape your path. The world blends Gothic beauty with dark fantasy.
We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you. Growing.
Millions of souls pour into the underworld every day.
Swords of Legends spans cloud-bound mountains, enchanted lakes, and floating temples carved by ancient gods. Martial arts and mystic powers drive combat, while exploration uncovers tales of spirits, demons, and old rivalries. The world feels sweeping, elegant, and rich with myth.
Fallen leaves return to their roots. You shall gather the souls that stray.
I've watched over this city for ages, and every name in your scroll of death. Not one of them dies quietly. You, a soulless husk. You can judge my fate. Why wrestle rogues when their artifacts can do what brute strength cannot?
What? The soulless husk?
The living cast their dead to flame, and sacrifice ignites the war banners!
Here we go again.